Well, folks, we've got a Krizz Kaliko review. So this is Tech N9ne's, one of his closest affiliates, and he's been around for almost a decade now, and we've got pretty good album from him. So this is, I think you say it, Vitiligo, and it is a problem with your skin. Don't think I'm being judgmental, but it's something that happens with your skin that Krizz Kaliko has, and it causes pigments to be different colors. So that he named his album, his first album, that, and well, it's monstrous. It really is. I'm very impressed with it, and there are traces. I think this is probably a better album than Special Effects. Really, I have thought that what Tech N9ne was on about between 2009, 2010, 2008 or so is usually where a lot of the meat of his shrillest material lies, and I'm happy that his label signees also got some of this as well. It's very good, and he's got as much people in his catalog as Eminem does, and possibly even Dr. Dre. There's just people that you're gonna find like Big Scoob and Krizz Kaliko, Prozac. There's tons of these guys, and I'm glad that Tech N9ne makes note to collaborate often, and there's even his Tech N9ne collabos, so understand that. This album it's not aimed at the charts, but he does go clubbing, and it's apparent there's some good records on here that have a rather muddier sound. So the answer is if you can smoke to this, I would say yes, you can. Few records would be Jungle Love, Peekaboo, Collect, Saucy, The Bidness, and maybe a couple other ones too. I mean, there's 17 songs on this, so it's hard to remember all 17 what they sound like, but I will say that a lot of beats are very snaky on this album. So there's 1, 2, 3 skits, plus a record that's 2 minutes that I don't really care for. So that would mean there's 17 songs, and I liked 4, 6, 9, 11. I liked at least 11, and then there's 2 almost songs. So that's 13 out of 17. Just so you know the quality of this album. The production is handled well. It's got, it's not necessarily, if you're into commercial rap, you're probably not going to like this, just because it doesn't have the, like you would think people like Mike Will and DJ Mustard and those type producers, they don't really have the sort of sound, and this was in 2008, so this is before all that, but it's very similar to a Tech N9ne album, but the production just happens to be a little bit more kind of, I can't think of the word for it. It's a very hauntish type record that gets in your head and melts it in a dark way. That's the best way I can describe it. So the unheard songs, these are the 13 songs that I liked. Anxiety I really like that beat on that one. I remember it. What's Sizzlin', Do It Like I Do It. Jungle Love's a really good one. Peekaboo's another one. Crew Cut's pretty. That's one of the haunted ones that I'm thinking of. Slow Down, Rewind, Beautiful You Are, Collect, and Saucy. Those are the 11 songs that I like the most. Obviously, there's only 6 songs left, but the 2 almost songs would be If I Ever Go and The Business. So both of these songs are good. So the only songs I didn't like were Where You Want Me, Let's Dip. I would have liked Let's Dip, but the hook is atrocious on that one. I'm sorry, but I just don't see how many people can stomach that one. And then there's Ain't Ya Bitch and Do Something. But other than that, I mean, this is basic. I think this will probably get like a 9.5 just because of how good it is. I'm thinking, if I liked 11 out of 17, and then those two songs, 13 out of 17 is a 10. So I'll give it a 10. I'll go with my instinct and say I'll probably like those Almost songs. So this will get a 10. And the Future, I mean, Krizz was on special effects, and he's on the song with Eminem on there. So you do hear him. He does do hooks from time to time. And it's been a little bit since he dropped an album, but I'm certain we'll probably hear him again. So this is pretty much, if you like Tech N9ne, this would be the person I'd recommend you go to second, if not for Ritz. Ritz has got, he's getting popularity, but Krizz is the next person you need to listen to. So, social score, I'll give it an 8, just because, it takes a little, the learning curve's a little bit more extreme, and so, Tech N9ne kind of, he takes a little bit of time to start liking his material more, but once you do, you just, it's repeated, repeat. So you just have to be willing to do it. Can it be topped? Probably not. So I give this album a 10 and 8 social. Subscribe for more fun.